You're no longer of any use to me. Let's get a divorce because the company and I don't need you anymore.
What's with a divorce all of a sudden?
It's not sudden. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been thinking about divorcing you as soon as we pay off the company's debt and get back on track.
The business is growing and we're getting more clients. And what are you talking about?
I don't want you running the company anymore. You keep making me do more and more work and making me have to do more and more annoying tasks. You're always sending me out to do business meetings with clients. You make me do all kinds of annoying things.
It's your job to go to business meetings with clients. You're the president's son, right? You should take the initiative. Even though it's a family business, you're still an employee of this company. It's your job to go out and get more clients.
I don't want to do that anymore.
What do you mean?
I don't have to work since my mom can transfer money into my bank account. So there's no reason for me to work.
How lazy are you? As soon as your father went into the hospital and your mother took over the business, the company almost went bankrupt since you're being lazy, remember? And with your mother, how is she thinking about that?
Don't speak ill of my mother. She's practically the president of the company now. You know what happens when you speak ill of the president, don't you? Me and Mom can just sit on the couch in the office and that's all we have to do. We can just chill all day.
How much of a child are you?
What's with that tone? You fell for me first, didn't you?
Huh?
You were at my client's company and you came hitting on me. I could tell you had a crush on me.
That was a long time ago, you know. Back then, you were kind and manly. And you were sincere about your work. Looking back, your attitude changed when my brother took over my father's company.
Because back then, my father was the president of the company, and he was very strict about many things. He told me to greet people willingly, to visit clients more often, to write more detailed daily reports, and so on. He gave me one job after another. So if I married you, I thought I could become the president of your company. And yet, it was a terrible mistake.
I knew you'd say something like that.
I never thought your brother would take over the company.
My father's company is a software development company. I wasn't really interested in that. I told you I work in the apparel industry because I like customer service.
But you ended up quitting.
That's because your mother wanted me to help out your father's company, right? She told me that since I was your wife, it is only natural that I should help her with her company. I was never unhappy with my previous job.
But you agreed right away. Well, you were looking for an excuse to quit because you couldn't do the job anyway, right? You are just in time for that.
I'm very grateful to and respect your father. When my father passed away, your father told me to think of him as my father. His kindness meant so much to me. He was asking me to do something for him, so I wanted to help.
Okay. Our company is so lame.
There's nothing lame about the company.
We're a food wholesaler, so our customers are farmers, supermarkets, and other low-key places. I wish we had cooler clients. I can't even get excited about this.
A company is a company, no matter what kind of work you do. As long as you're an employee, you should be working hard to promote sales.
Isn't it enough that only employees do the hard work? As the next president of the company, I don't have to work. I'm fine with sitting on the couch in the president's office, doing what I want to do, as long as it brings me income.
But all those employees who are working so hard, they're all on minimum wages. Ever since your mother took over as president, Good people have been leaving the company.
It's a joke to think that a mere food wholesaler would pay so much.
It's important to have someone who knows the job well to organize the place. What's the point of cutting them off so easily? You gave an important job to a bunch of newbies who were unfamiliar with it. You've broke the machine of an important business partner.
Seriously? That was the worst, wasn't it? They charged us almost $300,000 for compensation. We couldn't afford it, so we had to go into debt. It's a terrible thing, you know?
No. It's normal to pay for what you've broken. Even a child can understand that. That's why I've been working so hard to get your father's company back on track. I even found new staff through all the contacts I've made.
That's right. I'll admit that.
Why are you always so bossy? I still have a lot of training to do to be like your father.
I don't like that you're taking the lead. You're wasting all this money on unnecessary expenses.
Even if you say so, if we don't train new people, we'll end up repeating the same mistakes again, won't we?
You should just let your employees do what they are told. Besides, you've been trying to raise the base salary of the employees. I know because I saw you secretly writing a plan.
They've been working so hard. And we're increasing the number of clients as well. We can't develop good people if we don't give back to our employees.
Don't be silly.
What?
Employees are just grateful to be paid. They should be thankful that they're getting paid. Money for us to live rich is a high priority, right?
Your mother thinks the same way, doesn't she?
Of course. My mom and I have in-depth meetings, you know.
With that kind of thinking, we'll lose another batch of good workers, okay?
What? The business is improving, not because we're getting more contracts. It's because Mom cut labor costs drastically.
What do you mean?
Labor costs are the biggest expense, right? It's natural for a business owner to want to cut back on that. I would have thought you'd know that much since your dad ran a business too.
I know more about running a company than you do. I've always had the company's best interest at heart.
I'm just grateful that you were the last one to get a big contract before the divorce. Good job.
Wait a minute. Don't be so selfish.
What? Don't tell me you don't want to divorce me.
No, it's not that. Your father's getting out of the hospital in a week, right? I want him to take over the contracts I've kept. Because I only trust your father.
Huh?
If you don't accept that, I can't leave the company.
Then I'll give you a week. But after that, I'll kick you out of the company immediately.
Okay. Then there's one more thing I need to confirm.
What's that?
The company's on the upswing right now. Profits are going up. I just don't see how you can pay back almost $500,000 in debt. Are you sure it's all paid off? Are you lying?
What? Are you doubting me? I paid back my debts. You're so rude. You really piss me off. Don't come home today. I don't even want to see you.
Hey, James. I just came home to get my stuff. I want to ask you something.
What is it? I'm busy.
I checked our joint savings account and there's only a few $100s left. What on earth is going on?
Oh, you didn't know?
Of course not. You didn't say anything, did you? We had $700,000 saved up. What the heck happened?
I'm the one who withdrew it.
Why? What did you do with that much money?
It's obvious. I paid off the company debt. All right. Now that I've paid back the company's debt of $500,000, you're out of my life. We can get a divorce now, right?
Huh? What are you saying?
I used the money for the company, so it's not a problem. When you run a family business, it's not unusual for you to use your savings for that purpose.
That's why you were able to pay it off. You withdrew our savings without consulting me.
Don't be so angry. A company with $500,000 in debt doesn't sound good, does it? It's for the company's image.
So, what happened to the other $200,000?
It's gone.
Huh? What did you spend it on?
I found a nice place where I could live with my mom. We bought a condo. It was cheap and a bargain.
There's no way you spent all of it when we haven't even discussed the division of property yet. That's absolutely crazy.
I was so stressed out that you were always acting all high and mighty about the company. I was so pissed off that I just had to spend it all at once. Thanks to you, I've been able to get rid of all my stress.
I can't believe it. I'm going to tell your father. I was going to visit him anyway.
Visiting? You don't have to go visit him.
Why not?
Because you've already been fired and the divorce papers have been filed.
What? I didn't sign any divorce papers.
I signed the divorce papers on my own. I was surprised that it was accepted so easily.
Are you serious? Are you kidding?
I don't say this as a joke.
Do you know that it's a criminal act to write and submit divorce papers without other person's signature?
I already decided to divorce you. You're out of the house already, so there's no problem.
I moved out of the house because you kicked me out. Why are you in such a hurry to get a divorce? You were too abrupt.
Actually, my girlfriend told me she wants to marry me.
Huh?
Of course, we're not officially married yet. I was going to wait until my dad gets out of the hospital in a week. But yesterday, she said she really wants to get married.
So you forged divorce papers and submitted them?
That's right. Ha 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 ha.
I'm so shocked. How long have you been dating her?
More than 3 years. We met when we went out for drinks in town. She was so cute that I was swooning over her.
Does that mean you were dating before we got married?
I guess so. But it was more like she was my true love.
What?
I married you because I thought I would surely become the president. But you failed me spectacularly, though. That's why you're no longer of any use to me. Ha ha ha.
All you care about is money and status. Why would I ever fall in love with someone like you? I hate myself.
Say what you want. I wanted to make easy money and live a life of fun, but you can't do it. You're a hard-headed person.
Are you always such a bum?
Don't call me a bum. I'm just being honest with myself.
Hey, you've been seeing her for a long time. Are you hiding the fact that you're married? That's not going to work.
It's none of your business. Don't get all backward just because I divorced you. Her father is the president of an IT company. If I marry her, my dream will finally come true. How could I miss it?
You cheated on me for years, forged divorce papers and filed them. And more, you also drained all the money from our joint savings. It's too late if you regret, okay?
Come on. Think about me too. It's too embarrassing to tell her that I have debt, right? Besides, it's our savings. So it's my money too. Don't talk to me like that.
That's a very selfish thing to say.
Don't even think about claiming for alimony, okay? Well, you can't do that, can you? Statute of limitations is 3 years. I know that.
I understand. I'll get a divorce. But I'll only hand over the last big contract I got to your father. So until then, you have to let me be involved with the company.
Yeah, about that. Mom said she doesn't want him to come back to the company because he's a bit of a pain in the neck.
Huh? What do you mean?
She said she's divorcing my dad.
What?
Well, you and Dad are no longer needed in this company. Don't worry. Mom will take over that big contract.
Wait. Then cancel that contract.
Huh? What are you talking about now? You don't have the authority to make that kind of decision. Just get out of my company already. Your presence is annoying.
I get it. You don't know anything, do you?
What?
You'd better be ready for this.
I don't need a loser to tell me that. Hey, what's this all about? It was you, wasn't it? What the heck did you do to me? Answer me. I know you're looking at this text.
You're being a little rough. What's the matter?
What's the matter? What's wrong with you? We've been getting calls one after the other from people wanting to terminate our contracts. What did you do?
Me? I can't be involved with the company anymore, but I'm allowed to make one last round of greetings. That's the polite thing to do as an adult.
Why would they terminate your contracts just because you're leaving the company? That's strange.
Huh? Haven't you noticed? Since your mother took over the company, there was a compensation problem, and your company's reputation was very bad.
That's because of all those useless employees, right? That has nothing to do with our company.
Our clients have been with us since your father was president of the company. And the new ones I've signed on with, okay? Because you and your mother keep slacking off, I visited the clients many times and proposed improvements. Somehow, they managed to keep the contract until today.
I don't know about that. It's not just the clients. The employees are all submitting their resignations. What the heck is going on?
Of course, I told the employees that I'm leaving. It's only natural to inform the employees who have been so helpful to you, right? If I'm causing such a situation by quitting, it means they don't trust you and your mother, right? It's a message from the employees that they can't keep up with you guys, isn't it?
We're paying these people who can only do simple jobs. Why are they quitting? Shouldn't they be thanking me instead of quitting?
I've felt for a long time that you and your mother are still not cut out to run a business. I know because I've seen my father, brother, and your father's management policies and attitudes.
Don't get cocky. It's strange that a customer who signed a new contract with my mom would terminate the contract. Why don't they just continue the contract?
Because you kicked me and your father out of that company, didn't you?
If that's the reason, I'll convince my mom not to divorce him. I'll ask my father to come back to this company.
That's impossible.
Why not?
Actually, me and your father are making the rounds right now.
Did he get out of the hospital?
I told you when he got out, didn't I? You only think about yourself, so you probably forgot anyway.
I haven't heard anything from my father.
You and your mother haven't even visited him in the hospital once. You do whatever you want at work. Your father says he's divorcing your mother because He's completely fed up with you guys.
If he decides something as important as that on his own, it's not good for my mother either. Anyway, let's go back home and talk about it once.
I'm sorry, but your father and I are busy. We don't have time for you. If there's anything I can do, I'll call you.
What do you mean if there's anything you can do?
I'm totally open to a divorce, but I'm going to sue you for forging the divorce papers.
Why would you do that? Since we're getting a divorce, let's just end this without a problem.
No. What you did was a criminal act, okay? I'm not gonna let you go.
Why are you so uptight? You're always so uptight all the time.
Say what you want about me. Still, a crime is a crime. Also, I'm going to tell my lawyer that even I ask you to let me stay involved with the company until I'm done passing over my job, you fired me for your own selfish reason. I'll have your mother to take the blame for the wrongful termination.
Wait a minute. Don't do that. If it becomes a big deal, my girlfriend's father will find out.
Doesn't he know anything about this?
I'm going to tell him that we met and got married right after the divorce.
That's selfish of you.
Mom could have taken over the big contracts. There was no reason for you to stay at the company, was there? What do you mean wrongful termination?
You've been spending every day at the company like a loser. You don't know anything about any of this? The big contract is with my brother's company.
What?
I asked my brother because I wanted to give our employees as much experience as possible. But he said if neither me nor your father are involved, then the contract is off.
Why? You guys are the only ones I don't trust. No company is going to continue the contract with someone they don't trust.
I'm sure the other companies ended their contracts for the same reason my brother's company did. I told you you should be prepared for that.
Well, okay.
What?
If I marry my girlfriend, I'll be the president of the company afterwards. I'm not in any trouble.
About her? I was a little concerned, so I had the credit agency check her out.
Huh? Did you do something to her? I won't forgive you if you do anything to get her in trouble.
I haven't done anything yet.
What do you mean, yet?
I got her name, her company, and her address. I'm going to tell her you're a married man.
Why would you do that? You have no right to interfere with my fresh start, okay?
You? How can you say such a thing after deceiving people? Let me tell you something. The statute of limitations for cheating is not 3 years from the start of the relationship. It's 3 years from the discovery of the affair, so keep that in mind.
What? Since you found out?
That's right. Since I only recently found out about the affair, of course you'll have to pay alimony, and she'll probably charge you alimony too.
Oh no. What's going to happen to the condo we bought to make it our new home?
I don't know. Why did you just put it towards alimony? Then I'll ask for half of the money from our joint savings account back. So that's what I'm going to do.
There's no way I have that kind of money.
Whatever you want to do with your life from now on is your business. I'll make sure you pay the alimony and half of the joint savings that you spent.
Of course that's impossible. I'm not marrying her anymore. I'll do whatever you say. Just give me another chance. I'll go ahead and take down the divorce too.
Huh? Don't do anything unnecessary. You disrespect your company's valuable employees and did selfish things. Who would live with a man who divorces on his own? Don't make fun of me.
Don't say that. I don't want to be in debt anymore. Me and my mom were wrong. Please. Please forgive me.
After that, He and I both successfully got divorced. As I said, I demanded alimony from James and his girlfriend. She, who thought she could marry James, was furious at the alimony claim. Not to mention the fact that she dumped him so easily. Her father, who could not tolerate his daughter being mocked, tried to destroy James' company. The company had already lost most of its business partners. Under pressure from her father, the company went bankrupt without a hitch. In addition, James was arrested for forgery of documents. He had to pay alimony to her as well as alimony to me. He has been working part-time morning, noon, and night to make ends meet. The condo that he and his mother used to live in together was sold to settle the money he spent on joint savings. They are now living quietly together in an old motel in the outskirts of town. I heard that his mother is also working part-time to make ends meet. I guess she's being punished for disrespecting her employees. His father and I have decided to start a new company. My brother's company, as well as other companies that I have done business with before, have all agreed to do business with us. His father and I are both relieved. I am determined to work even harder for the sake of my respected father.